Alright Wesker, which is the vase you've already filled with the golden fruits?
The left one.
Super. I can't wait to see what's down there.
Then let's go.
Say Darcy, aren't you afraid of going down there? Don't you think it was a little bit careless of your friends to leave their only woman alone here with two strangers?
That I'm a woman doesn't mean I can't take care of myself. And someone had to carry Bunny's gilded body away. By the way, why should I be afraid? Are you implying that it's actually true what Chris says, namely that you shouldn't be trusted?
No. I'm just saying.
Good for you. Because I can get really angry when someone tries to mess with me.
So this is the tomb of Tihocan. Amazing. And the sarcophagus over there is probably where the old god king lies.
This room looks almost exactly like the tomb I mean the brothel I visited in Peru. You know, it looked like a giant tomb.
You talk a lot about that brothel. Was it really so special? I don't really like brothels.
Stop talking about useless stuff like that. Let's take a look at Tihocan.
But what?
Is this a joke?
Alexia Ashford might qualify as the worst enemy we've ever faced. Natla is immortal, but that's her only real advantage. The Baroness is just an ordinary human. She's no threat unless she has men with guns around her. And Claudia is an evil witch with a lot of dangerous powers, but she needs someone to use them.
And she's dead. At the moment at least.
They'll probably try to reanimate their trinity using Alexia instead of Claudia. I'm not sure how that's going to work since Claudia is the angel of darkness, but maybe she's not even needed. We've learned on Melnikov Island that old legends do not necessarily tell the truth.
So maybe Alexia is the person Princess Hart was referring to when she was talking about that other deadly force we were going to face soon. She said something about the future being dark and dangerous.
Heather really is Princess Hart?
Yes. We should have noticed it earlier. It seems like we'll have to call upon her power again very soon.
I already thought so after Anaya's death. I hope she's ready for this.
But how can that Alexia be such a big threat if she's really as childish and playful as you describe her?
That's what makes her unpredictable. She herself might not even know how much trouble she can cause with her powers. Apart from her superior intellect, she was probably just an ordinary girl at the age of 12. And while her spirit stopped aging when she entered cryostasis, her body kept on growing. And now she's a girl in the body of an adult woman. At least that's my explanation for it.
Well, let's not get overly excited as long as we don't know for sure what's her business with Natla. What about her brother, Alfred? Do you consider him a threat too?
Not really, he's just annoying. But nevertheless, we should stay alert. Every reinforcement the dark side gets is a bad thing, even if it's just a confused drag queen.
Good. Then make sure you and the others get back here as soon as possible. And we'll think about how we can explain to Heather that she might become this world's last hope.
What is this?
What is it?
I'd call it a piece of paper.
I can't see that, but what does it mean? The script is illegible. And where is Tihocan?
Maybe this is not his tomb after all.
Yes, it has to be. Maybe it's a note as to where we'll find him.
If so, I need to show the others this note.
I don't think so. You and your friends were very helpful. I couldn't have entered this chamber if it weren't for you, but now I don't need you anymore. I'll keep the note.
Wesker, I know the two of us were going to get on well with each other.
Have you been planning all this together?
Step aside, you naive fool. And Pierre, get us the paper while I take care of her.
Of course.
Although I won't be able to deliver Tihocan's dead body, I'm sure Natla will still honor the fruits of my labor.
How come you criminals all work for Natla? Aren't there any other immortal Atlantean god queens out there you could work for? Why does it always have to be her?
Well, I don't know which planet you are from, but here on Earth it's rather unlikely to encounter someone who fulfills those requirements. And now, if you'll excuse me, Pierre and I have to go over our plans.
What did you do?
You see a piece of paper and don't know what it is, and then you don't even recognize a murder when it happens right in front of you. Honestly, how stupid are you?
But why? Wasn't he your partner?
Partner. The only male partner I would ever accept by my side is Chris Redfield, but unfortunately he appears to prefer the light side of the Force, although the two of us could have so much fun on the dark side.
I see. You've become evil because of your broken heart.
Anyway, I'll bring this to Natla now. You can stay here and mourn over Pierre's dead body for all I care. Fucking militant lesbian.
Fucking coward.
I'm afraid we will never be able to take a little break, but fortunately Claire, Chris and Chevra are alright, and they'll be with us again soon.
I wonder how she managed to set up the connection to our apartment here. She can't even know of it.
Perhaps she was originally trying to get in touch with the Unity headquarters, but Mr. Jones batched her through immediately.
You heard what Claire said. What do you think of it?
I think you lied to me.
What? Why?
You said there's a poster of a naked girl in our room, but there was none.
Oh, just forget that. I only wanted Dustin to be surprised.
Who's Dustin?
You want to know everything, don't you? Let's just say Dustin is a man I met at a bar shortly before we left for Melnikov Island. I don't even know if it's his real name though, I just call him that, because every one of my one-night stands deserved a name so far.
You had a one-night stand before we went to Melnikov Island. With whom?
First you want to know everything, then you don't listen. If I knew that I wouldn't have to call him Dustin, would I? Unless that's his real name, but he doesn't really look like it. I could invite him to Heather's birthday party if you're interested.
Heather's birthday party. Right, now that you mention it, her birthday is on the 17th. And she'll turn 18, an important birthday.
I think we should celebrate it. I know the odds are not really in our favor at the moment, but I think we should be allowed to enjoy some moments of happiness. That's why I chose to have a one-night stand. You should try that too.
No thanks, I can't think of anybody to have a one-night stand with.
Try Chris if you don't want Ken. I'm sure he won't argue, especially since he comes from such a cold place like the Antarctic and is certainly in for a bit of warmth and comfort.
You're crazy.
No, I'm just trying to cheer you up. Actually, you'd kill two birds with one stone, because Chris is more or less a straight version of Tom, and we all know you'd marry Tom if it wasn't for the little obstacle that he's gay.
As I said, you're crazy. Let's talk more about Heather's birthday, shall we?
You just want to change the subject, but fine.
What do you have to tell me? Has your plan worked out?
Of course. Tihocan is no more.
You mean, you killed him?
That's what I did. There's nothing left of him, not a single chunk of his body. If you don't believe me, go and check out his tomb. You'll find it empty.
That's good news. I have to admit I totally underestimated you.
You don't need to admit that. I realized it myself.
But now you've proven to be an interesting subordinate. Do you like to take orders?
Normally only if they come from a muscular guy with auburn hair like Chris, but he won't give me any and I'm open to changes.
If so, then get accustomed to receiving orders from me. You're officially appointed as my henchman. And your first order is... fuck me.
No problem at all.
How could we be so stupid to trust Wesker? Now he got away with that piece of paper and we will never know what was written on it. It might have been an important message for his followers.
Which means Natla shouldn't read it. We must find out where she and Wesker are and get that thing back.
If we're unlucky, they're already on the way back to London. But on the other hand, we can tell Lara and Kate about it. They know where Natla's castle is.
Then I'd say they can go and get the note back. I'm not leaving until Bunny is normal again.
Fiona, are you making progress?
Well, I've managed to turn Margaret's body back to flesh and blood, but she still won't move. Now I'm trying to get there with Bunny too.
How did you manage to do that?
Our patron saint, Midas, could not only turn objects into gold, but later learned to change them back as well. I read about his magic in Margaret's books, and now I'm using a little bit of it. I know the Bible forbids people to use magic, but this is an emergency, so I don't think I'll go to hell for it.
You will go to hell when you're dead, but don't worry. From what I've heard, she's mostly more easygoing than the Bible. Anyway, I'll try to get in touch with Kate and Lara. Do you have a radio here?
So Wesker is still alive. Do you think Tihocan might have left that note for his followers? Or for Qualopec?
That's Darcy's theory, but yeah, I think so too. We can't come home as long as Bunny is a golden maiden, so maybe you can sneak into Natla's castle and get back what Wesker stole from Tihocan's tomb.
Looks like the fight has just begun.